Hey everybody, it's me, Lisa. I know it's been a while since I've been on YouTube, and I've just had a lot going on and really not had any time to do any uploads or make any videos, but something popped across my YouTube the other day that I wanted to talk about, and it is in regards to Graveyard Girl, also known as Bunny Myers, her little video on her Starbucks rant and her free refills. This video is not going to be too incredibly long, so we're just going to dive right into it. Also, if you like the video, don't forget to hit that thumbs up and hit the subscribe button down below. Hit the bell notification. You won't miss any of my videos when I do upload. Hopefully, I will get into that. Start getting back into it a lot more frequently because I do enjoy making videos. Anyway, so there's been a couple of YouTubers, or a few YouTubers that I watched that popped up with their take on her rant and how they feel that she's being a spoiled little brat and so on and so forth. Okay, so here it is. She has been going to this particular Starbucks for quite a while. She gets an iced tea, and then she comes back 4 or 5 times a day, and she gets refills. She stated in her video that a lot of times she would wait till late at night just before close. She would go in, she would buy a coffee or buy a tea, and then they would usually just give her the rest that was left over because they were going to throw it out anyway, which is what we do because I work at Starbucks too. And we always throw out our, our coffee or our tea from the end of the day. We don't keep it for the next day. We have to make fresh. It's only good for 12 hours, so we have to toss it. Anyways, so what ended up happening is, I guess, the last time that she went to Starbucks, she got her tea, and they told her that there would be absolutely no more refills. No more refills ever. That's what she said. And I'm just going to give you the lowdown on what the refill policy is at Starbucks. If you come in and you buy an iced coffee, an iced tea, a hot tea, or a hot coffee, you can, if you stay on the property, you can come back in and you can get a refill. If you don't have a gold card, you can get the refill for, in my state, it's 54 cents. Some other states are saying 55, probably higher in other states like New York or Los Angeles. Okay. If you're a gold card member, which means that if someone gave you a gift card sometime down in the past and you decided to keep reusing that card, reloading it with money and using that card, and you use it and you use it and you use it, you registered it, all the whole nine, and you kept purchasing with that card, you would eventually, if you purchase so many drinks or food items or whatever, you would get a gold card in the mail. And you keep the gold card status by purchasing so much throughout the year. With the gold card, you get benefits. You get free birthday drinks. You get sometimes exclusives on when we're releasing a new drink item or a new food item. You will get you get free refills, of course, and on hot coffee, hot tea, iced tea, or iced coffee only. You don't get it on any specialty drinks, any espresso drinks or frappuccino drinks. But anyways, so it's kind of cool, you spend money, you get, freebies in return. Also, after you spend so much, you earn stars, and you can get a reward. You get a reward. It takes 125 stars to get the reward. Once you get there, you can even build up your rewards, and you can spend them on food and beverage, which means you get, free beverages and free food. Okay, so that's that. And the policy on that has never changed. If you have a gold card, you've stayed in the store or on the property, whatever, you can get free refills if you have a gold card. I'm pretty sure she has one. Okay, so she goes and she gets it, and they tell her that she's no longer allowed to do it. Because obviously she's not staying in the store. She's leaving. She's going home. She's doing whatever she's doing, making videos or whatever. And, or she's working on her other business. I don't know. And then she comes back when she runs out or she decides that she needs it. And she will go through the drive-thru and tell them it's her and she needs a refill. I've seen other baristas making comments on other YouTubers' channels in regards to their video on this and saying that they knew her, they, worked at that particular Starbucks, that she was rude to them and she was great with other baristas. I don't know the whole story. So I really can't comment on that part of it. But what I can say is that baristas, and everyone does it. I've never seen a store that doesn't do it. If you have a regular customer that comes in on a daily basis and you make a connection with that person, you find out about their lives, even if it is, in 30-second or 1 minute, increments of the day that you find out a little bit about these people. You make a connection, and if they're coming in to see you every day to get their drinks, you'll give away a free refill, even if they don't have their gold card or whatever. And you know that they've been in earlier that day, they've gotten their drink, and they've went and did something else, and then they'll come back, and you will give them, if they're like, can I get a refill on the Pike, or can I get a refill on some blonde? And you're like, yeah, okay. Or they may be like, can you top me off? I'm like halfway drunk my coffee, and can you top me off with something? And I'm sure, no problem. And most people offer to pay. And a lot of times there are baristas that will say, you know what? Nope, don't worry about it. Got you covered. You're good. And send them on their way. And you're building a rapport with your customer by doing that. Okay. Not only do you find them to be nice people, you enjoy that they come in, you feel like you make their day, you give them, you're nice, you're friendly, you communicate, you don't just, hey, yep, blah, 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 and go on about your business. I know with me and my customers that I will find out, maybe they have a family member in the hospital, or they have kids that are having issues, or they're getting ready to go on a vacation, and you find out these things, as you ask them, hey, how you doing? What's going on? What's new? You doing anything fun this weekend? And then they kind of start spilling the beans, and they tell you about themselves and tell you what's going on in their life. And so with that being said, you end up giving away, some free coffee or some free tea. It's it is what it is. They spend money in your store every single day. Yes, it is a multi-billion-dollar company. I work for a corporation that makes a ton of money. They have over, 26,000 stores. They're not just in the United States. They're overseas too. And, and they pay better than most other fast food restaurants or drink companies pay. They're very competitive. Their benefits are awesome. They want their stores to feel like what they call the third place. It's the place to go and hang out and talk and visit and get to know, new people, or you're coming in to do, write a paper, or you are trying to have a business meeting with someone and you're like, hey, we're going to go to the Starbucks over here, hang out. They don't have a problem with it. So as far as I'm concerned, the way I feel about it, in my own opinion, I understand where Bunny's coming from on feeling like she was just shut out, because we're supposed to make our customers feel that way. We're supposed to make them feel good and feel welcome and, try to build a connection with them. Yes, she's a YouTuber. She's an influencer. She is someone who is somewhat famous, and she's definitely famous in the YouTube community, and she is rich, got lots of money, she bought a mansion, She's got nice cars, she's got nice things, and she deserves it. She worked for it. She bought them. She has them. Before she did the Shane Dawson interview with him, you know, she didn't really talk about that kind of stuff. You only saw little tiny pieces of her life, of, you know, where she was at and what she was doing, just making her videos and things. And if people didn't think that she didn't have money, or if you people thought that she was bragging because she showed her Gucci slides or her Tesla or her Porsche, and if you think she was bragging about it, she really didn't want to show those things. That was not her whole intention. But Shane said, hey, you know, everybody wants to know more about you and your life, and not just these little snippets of, you know, your, you know, does this thing really work and things like that. So she, you know, she was trying to be more open and let her guard down and show things. And then you have people that get on here and gripe and complain because they say she's acting like a spoiled, rotten little brat, that she is, you know, she's a, you know, being a rich bitch, whatever. You know, that's not the case. She is a hard worker. She has issues. We all have issues. We've all got some form of anxiety in some way, shape, or form. We all deal with it in our own way, whether people take medication, whether they drink, whether they smoke weed, whatever, you know, the case may be, or they drink caffeine. And of course, these are always not all the best alternatives to fixing that problem, but everybody has their own little vice. And as far as what she was doing in her videos prior to the Shane Dawson interview, the sit down and the hangout, she was just doing the same old thing over and over and over again. And it was getting stale, I guess, to some people. I personally enjoy most of her videos that she makes. I know that she gives back a lot, like she does back to school giveaways and gives away thousands of dollars worth of merchandise for school kids. It's a fair draw on who wins. She does all kinds of neat stuff like that. And she, you know, I'm sure she probably donates to charities of some sort. I'm not going to say she does for sure, because I don't know. But I think she tries to give back to the community in some way, shape, or form. But she has worked really hard to get where she's at. And, you know, I'm sorry, I've got to get a drink. Excuse me. My own Starbucks. I know, up close. Okay. Anyways, so, got to put my hair up too, because I don't usually wear it down. But, so as far as everything goes, she was being herself to a point, and she decided to go ahead and let the audience in on her life and her lifestyle and how much it's changed. And I'm not saying she grew up poor or anything like that, because she even states, you know, she didn't grow up poor, but she's gotten successful. She's decided to spoil herself a bit and do some things for herself, and done lots of things for her family as well. And they are, you have people that are on here griping and complaining that she's acting like a stuck-up little bitch, or that she is being a little brat because she's ranting about Starbucks and changing their policy. Now, here's what I find interesting, because the policy never changed. It has always been the same in regards to free refills. Sorry, thought I heard something outside. So, they've never changed the policy. We still have the same policy. And I think what has happened is maybe the store that she was going to maybe got maybe new management, or maybe they realized that she was coming through the drive-thru quite a bit and getting, free refills. And for one, that is a big no-no. You're not supposed to do refills through the drive-thru because it's a health hazard. You cannot hand a cup you had through the window and give it to them once you've been, driving around in your car or whatever, because God only knows what people do. I'm not saying she did anything bad to her cup, but you never know what anyone can do to a cup. So that's unsanitary. That's against the health code, and you can't do that. So, honestly, she just needed to walk in and get her refill and say, hey, I need to get a refill. Can I get a refill? It's up usually to the barista's discretion. Most of the time, baristas will, like I said, with their regulars, go ahead and give a refill to a regular customer because they've made a connection with that person. And if, someone gets upset or been out of shape over something, we'll do whatever we can to make it right. We'll try to fix the issue. We pretty much bend over backwards for customers, as I can say that much. We will do pretty much whatever it takes to make the customer happy. That is something that Starbucks has prided themselves on. And at times, my opinion only, not reflecting any opinion of Starbucks, they have not approved or sponsored this in any way, but just my own opinion is that sometimes I think we give a little too much away. And we do a little too much because people become then entitled. Now, am I saying she was feeling entitled? Maybe a little bit. But that's no reason to call her a bitch. No reason to call her a brat. She was just a person who enjoyed coming in and getting free refills. She, getting her tea, not just coming in and getting free refills, but she enjoyed coming in, getting her tea or getting her iced coffee and going back and doing what she does. And I know a lot of other customers that have, if the rules change all of a sudden right out the gate, they tend to freak out and don't understand why something was one way and now it's a different way. But policies change constantly. And but that policy with the free refills has never changed. So personally, I think people just need to lay off of her, leave her alone, let her do her thing. You can't make a judgment on, I guess it's hard to say, but you can't make the type of judgment that people are making on her, especially since this came after the Shane Dawson interview with her. Because now people are throwing it back up in her face. And they're saying, you drive a Tesla, you have a Porsche, you have a mansion, and you're bitching because you have to, all of a sudden pay for all of your drinks. You're not getting all of the free refills. I think even somebody on one of the YouTubers that made a post about it, one of their commenters, another person stated that they totaled it up, and if you go back 10 years, it was something like $28,000 worth of free drinks she has received. And, you really took that much time to figure out how much it would cost for her to get free refills. That's sad. It is what it is. It was up to the discretion of the barista, and the barista chose to give her free refills. That's where it goes. They were giving it to her, constantly giving it to her, and not charging for it. And then when they tell her point blank, we're not doing refills for you anymore, ever. No more refills for you, ever. Okay? You're just separating her out from the rest of the herd of the world that comes and buys Starbucks to tell her she's not allowed to have refills. That's not cool. So a better way it would have been, if I would have been in that situation, would have been, okay, so I need to let you know that management has been looking at things and seen that we're giving you like 4 or 5 refills a day. You're not staying here for the entire duration of the day just to get those refills. You're leaving and you're coming back. And we've been accepting your cup through the window, which we're really not supposed to do because that's a health code violation. But you can come in. But they have found out that we've been giving you free refills for a long time, and they kind of got upset about it, and they have told us we have to stop doing it. So I'm really sorry, but from here on out, if you want to be able to use the free refill policy, you'll have to stay here and hang out and then get another refill before you leave, or get a refill before you leave, just like everybody else does. We're not allowed to keep giving refills out to you the way that we've been doing it. And I'm really sorry. I'm sorry that the things have changed. So that would have been a better way to handle it, instead of, you can't have any more free refills. I'm sorry. You just lost, or you could potentially lose, a customer. She's been a customer for a long time. She buys her drink every day, buys at least 1 drink every day. Sometimes she buys 2 drinks a day, or more. Who knows? We don't really know the full story on that. But this is what she's known and what she's done. And then things change, and she got upset. And she decided to talk about it. And she's allowed to do that. So, for all of you that keep posting these snarky, hateful, you're being a spoiled brat videos, I think you need to stop too. And you can blame all of this on the policies that are already in place and the baristas that work at the stores. You can blame it on them, because they made the choice to give it to her for free. So, anyways, I hope everyone's having an awesome week so far. Today was my day off, so I've sat around and done absolutely nothing. And really needed it. But hope everyone has a good one. And we are coming up on fall weather. And, of course, Starbucks is going to have some new drinks coming out. Of course, the pumpkin spice will be back. And so all of the mad craze for the pumpkin spice will be back. And, anyways, I hope you guys have a good one. And I'll see you next time. Bye.